the sum to infinity of a geometric series. So we know that a geometric series has to do with adding a geometric sequence. And up until now, you've known that your series normally would end. So you'd have your, oh, let's change the pen color. Up until now, we know that we have our sequence, which we separate by commas, and at some point it ends with a period. But what happens if it doesn't end? So infinity means this continues forever and ever and ever, and it never ends. How do we add something like this? Now, we have got two possible outcomes. We are going to use one formula which says that the sum to infinity is equal to a divided by 1 minus r. But there has to be a number of conditions that must be true. And that is that r is between 1 and -1. So let's have a look. A, we know what a is. That's going to be term 1. That's our first term. And then r is our constant ratio. So this ratio of ours, I like to do it in green. Our ratio over here needs to exist. That's term 2 divided by term 1. All right, so this is the formula that we are going to discuss. Now, there are two possible scenarios that you can have. If I am adding fractions or decimals or smaller numbers, you can have a situation where the s of infinity, the sum to infinity, converges. Now, converges means that the more terms go up, if n goes up, then the s of n goes towards a specific number. Every number is close to it. Whereas if n goes down, another scenario is if n goes up, n is 1, n is 2, n is 3 increases for each term that we add on, the s of n can go towards infinity. So this would be a specific number where it stops, but it never touches, or it can go bigger, 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 and never touches. I'm going to do a separate video on this little portion here just to explain it again. Let's just go over example 19. Example 19, I'm going to use the formula that states that the sum to infinity is equal to a divided by 1 minus r. To do this, I need to know what a is. A equals 1. There's my a. And then I need to know what r is. Okay, I'm going to use orange because I can't find green every time, okay? So r is equal to a half divided by 1. Okay, so that's going to give me a half. Okay, so now I can substitute and I can say the sum to infinity is equal to my a, that pink a, which is 1. And that's divided by 1 minus my r, which is a half. Now pop that into your calculator. The sum to infinity is going to give us 1 divided by a half, which gives us 2. 2. Sum to infinity equals 2. Okay, let's do 19, example 2, or example B. Sum to infinity is equal to a divided by 1 minus r. What is a? A equals 2. There we go. So 2 in the numerator. What is r? R is equal to -4 over 3 divided by 2. Pop that into your calculator. R is going to be equal to -2 over 3. So pop that into your 2 over 3. Put it in brackets, especially because it's a minus sign, okay? Sum to infinity is equal to a, which is 2, divided by 1. Stop that. 1 minus, stop that, that. Okay? So then we punch that into the calculator and we get s infinity equals 6 over 5.